is Monday and I am currently making food and it's making weird sounds. I'll better quickly just make sure. Yeah, it looks fine. It looks fine. But yeah, it's been a kind of busy day. It was raining a lot earlier and it's cleared up now. Okay, I just put it in for too long. It started to sizzle and yeah, it's just leftovers from earlier. But I got out of my last class early, so I have time before my next class. Again, Mondays are typically my busiest days, so I usually can't really film that much. But I still wanted to say a little something about hi. I definitely want to spend more time making videos on YouTube. I know I really don't. I just made these, which is awesome. I love these, but there's still a lot more I want to be able to make. And I have a lot of different ideas, trying to happen, but it's really hard to balance school, life, and YouTube. So that's definitely something I'm trying to work a little bit more into. It is literally 9:32 in the afternoon and I have already showered. I think this is a record. I haven't been like this in a really long time. So I'm back. It is another sunny day and it's Tuesday. My class got canceled, so I don't have my class today, which is convenient because I have a ton of stuff I'm still trying to get done. I start off with radio and then I have lunch and then I have some time before work now, which I could use to finish on work, do the important things and all that good stuff. So yeah, that's my day. Also, I realized the lips are like really dark today, so yeah, they're not usually like that. I usually go with lighter colors, but since I was already wearing a turtleneck because it's been cold, I thought bringing out the darker lips today. I had work. I was productive. I got things done. And here I am. I wish I could say it's the end of the day, but it's not. It is Tuesday, which means that I do have improv later. I'm not sure if I'm able to go though or not. It kind of depends on how long the auditions are, because there's a school group here called Roar Studios. I've done work with them last year and they're having auditions just kind of generalized for upcoming projects and such, so I still need to memorize things for that. But yeah, that's what I'm doing later tonight, and who knows what happens afterwards. I picked up some coffee so I can actually stay awake for this, because they always have these things really late because like they don't want to interfere with classes. That's just how curriculars kind of go for these sorts of things. But it's kind of annoying because I totally love the fact that I got to sleep at like a really nice hour yesterday, and that probably won't be the case today. But it's all fun, it's all great things, so I'm really not complaining. Sun is setting, not the greatest sunset. It's been very cloudy and cold today. Not so much rainy, but definitely cloudy. Like, actual proof that it's cold is I'm wearing my Columbia jacket, a long sleeve turtleneck, which is very thin. It's not like a full turtle, I guess that doesn't count. But long pants and boots. Like, I am dressed. I am debating putting on cabin socks and having an extra jacket later when I go to the audition, because it's all the way on the other side of campus. And if I yeah, when I go, it's going to be even colder outside because it'll be dark and there's no sun, so that will be interesting. Okay, I just came back from my audition. I am actually really, well, I'm not that tired, but I'm tired enough to know that I do have to get up early tomorrow. Not well, relatively early. Moral of the story is I need to go to sleep. I have things I need to do. So with that in mind, my audition went decent. I mean, it was kind of an audition for just a whole bunch of upcoming things, so they will turn to that audition before they turn to just anybody else. And I don't know, I've had worse, but it kind of sucks because you spend so much time really perfecting something. I got it pretty decent. I had a small amount of time that I was memorizing it, but I mean, it was a lot better when I rehearsed it, and then I get there and it just freeze, and it's horrible because I did completely freeze, but I freezed enough that I had to keep looking down at my paper, which is like a big acting no-no, which is fun because, you know, it's hard to do the acting things when you're only good when you're by yourself and reading through it, and that kind of sucks. So I still need to get better at auditioning. I know it's hard to be like, oh yay, I audition all the time, it's no big deal, but honestly, like, first impressions make a world of difference. The people there don't really know what I've done, which makes things more difficult. So I mean, hopefully if I'm having all these bad auditions for things that like aren't too big of a deal, then maybe if I get a big audition one day, I will do a lot better, because I've already made up my time with weird auditions through this. Maybe it's just practice for me. I don't even know. What I do know is it wasn't bad, it just wasn't very good. It did remind me a lot of La La Land because, you know, I love that movie. I filmed a video today, which is going to be up soon. Kind of inspired. It's just a little fun thing I whipped together while I was debating, do I want to walk in the cold there or not? Yep. I'm at the grocery store. Randomly, this wasn't supposed to happen, but I'm going to pick up oatmeal because I have oatmeal deprived and this needs to happen. But yeah, fun turn of events today. I am back from Bristol. I didn't expect to go, but as it turns out, Ava was going, and the class ended at the right time. I was like, hey, I kind of want to go too because I'm kind of low on the oatmeal game, and also I needed to pick up just cereal, just oatmeal and cereal. Okay, moral of the story is one thing I absolutely love about where I'm currently living is the view. Like, literally the view is the greatest thing ever. Something weird did happen last night where I was trying to fall asleep. It was sometime a little after 11, and all of a sudden, like, I just, like, because we always keep, well, Brenna had her lights on, those, and I always have the fan going over there. So what ended up happening is I just kind of, like, I don't know, like, the lights went down a little, and then I just kind of heard the, like, a little, enough to know there was some kind of power surge happening. But then Brenna starts freaking out, and I have no idea why. She's still awake, and she said that there was this really bright white light just out of way far off into the distance, which I will show later, but and it went, and then it kind of like exploded almost, and that was it, and the power surged and then came back. So of course, me being a freaked out human being who's kind of paranoid a lot lately anyway, decided to first think, oh cool, aliens, and then think, oh crap, we're literally in the middle of a very populated city area, and it's kind of sketch when weird things start happening like that. So that was fun. Everything turned out okay. The only weird thing is I have like really tried to search through, and as it turns out, like, other people know about this, but it's not being talked about. Like, it's not even mentioned on Twitter or anything, and I don't know, I kind of live in a world where I kind of expect to at least be able to find information to be like, hey, yeah, the power just went out, this is why, but there's nothing, like literally nothing, and it's really weird. So one awesome thing about this view is it's lovely in the daytime, it's wonderful at night, it's cool when it's raining, it's cool when it's sunny, it's wonderful all the time, but the sunsets are everything. And I finally learned since coming here what it's like to see mountains that are technically hills, but I call them mountains. I don't know if they're hills or mountains, help me out. I think they're hills, but they're purple. They're purple mountains and beautiful sunlight. And let me tell you, smog is gross. Just, it is. But also it's beautiful because it makes really great gradients in the sky, and as a personal aesthetic lover, yeah, it's pretty cool. It does nice things. So I mean, yeah. Wow, let's check. All the way over there. Way over there. Hi, so it is Thursday, and something you may not know about me is in the morning when I get ready, I only usually get partially ready, and then I wait last second to put on pants because, you know, I'm way cozier in flannels. Like, I'm wearing Little Mermaid flannels right now, and I do not want to take them off to go to class and work and life, but you know, society says I need to wear actual real human pants. These don't exactly match my outfit, so I guess I'm gonna have to. Okay, also my hair is not going to be like this all day, just so you know. But yep, it is Thursday, and I thought it was Thursday yesterday, which has been really messing me up. So today's gonna be kind of productive. I do have class and I have work, and later I have improv, which means I'll probably try to keep myself awake between now and then. Maybe I'll go to the gym later since I haven't yet. I definitely need to relook over notes because I'm giving a tour tomorrow of the school, and there's a lot of notes and things to remember for that, so I should probably go about doing that. Also, I just want to quickly update without saying anything that another exciting thing I've been trying to do is work on more videos, and I may have something in the works that's totally different from anything you've seen on this channel before, which is exciting, a little scary. They'll be fun. I'm definitely trying to branch out and try new things when it comes down to my great filmmaking and video skills and all that good stuff. So I have some ideas in the works. It's been a little difficult and a little unsettling to step outside of my comfort zone with this, but I'm really excited for it because I don't know, I feel like I found something that if this goes well, I could definitely really build off of, because obviously, like, for all these vlogs, I appreciate all of you who are watching, but also chances are if you're watching this, you probably know me, or you have the time and you're just going to sit through like about a 25-minute long thing now, and that's awesome, that's great, I love it. But also I want like to be able to have more content that's a lot shorter on here too, that's more easier to watch. This is more personal, and I think it would be kind of cool to have something that's more relatable to people, more out there. I'm not saying this isn't relatable, just something different from what you're watching right now. And I've tried to do that in the past, but I mean, a lot of the stereotypical YouTube-y sort of videos, they're not that easy to put together. And of course I have films up here too, but again, even with films, like, there's a lot of effort that goes into making a film, and the YouTube videos just kind of come off cheesy sometimes, or kind of cringy, and I don't know, like, I'm trying to balance who I am as a starting-ish YouTube person, so I'm definitely trying to try different things, but I'm trying to also figure out what it is that makes this channel unique, and through doing that, I may have figured something out. Of course, it's something I haven't done before, but it's something I'd definitely like to, so keep posted for those. I actually do have a video that's not really related to this topic that will be up this weekend as well. It is well, by the time it's posted, you should go watch it, but it is a little fun video thing to one of the songs from La La Land. I put this together on a whim while waiting for an audition, might I add. It's kind of just fun. I've always wanted to try to like work around with cloning and more attitude and just music video sort of things, so this was kind of like my way to kind of sample trying out that for a bit, but it turned out cool, so I thought, hey, I'll post it. Yeah, it is a little smoggy today. You can barely see the hills across the way, but it's a clear day, other than the smog, obviously. It's been good. So I was going to have coffee in the room, but then I decided that I really don't have much else to do in the room, and I have some time before class, so I'm probably just going to go to Starbucks. I'm going to pick up coffee there, and yeah, that's my plan. On second thought, I changed my mind. As it turns out, I am way too cozy in these pants, and I am not ready to get out of them quite yet, even though my class is coming up within the next hour. So I'm just going to have coffee in the room. I have these little Via packets, which are really good through Starbucks are French roast, because I like French roast coffee. All I need to do is boil water and have it, which is good, but I really like my mug, and I use this mug pretty much every day, so yep. So if you know me, you know that there is one thing that's super rare about anything that I ever wear, and that is jeans. I'm not a jean person. I actually got used to not wearing jeans around middle school and high school, just because of the fact that back home it got really cold, and in the winter I hated being outside, having the jeans trap the air, and it was just super uncomfortable. And I found that leggings were the way to go, far more comfortable, and especially here I go between like leggings and then shorts and skirts for when it's not like still cold outside. But it's been decent lately, and I don't know how long I'm going to wear these, but as it turns out, I found a pair of not quite jeans, they're technically jeggings. I found them at Hollister a while ago, but I haven't worn them in a long time because they're still like in the category of jean in my mind. So like, your girl is wearing jeans. I don't know how long it's going to last. If I wear these, that means I probably won't want to go to the gym later, since I won't want to change, but that's okay. I don't want to overspend myself out anyway, but like, rare moment, your girl's wearing jeans. Like, that never happens. What? afternoon. I am making some oolong teas. I am just catching up on YouTube and watching the rest of Stranger Things tonight because that's my plan today. I got to the gym, I've been very productive, and it's going to be another busy week ahead. So I am excited to see what happens next week, starting tomorrow. And yeah, that's my day, and I hope you've had a great week, and see you next time. Bye!